Okay, picture this. You're eating something, and before your brain even has time to analyze it, your tongue's already screaming, "Nope! Spit it out. It tastes like old socks and betrayal." And your brain, which supposedly runs the show, just complies. No questions asked. Because deep down, even your brain knows the tongue has powers. But this isn't just about taste. Oh no, your tongue is a secret agent, hiding in plain sight, decoding chemistry, steering survival, and occasionally making your breath smell like expired yogurt. It's one of the most underappreciated organs in your face, and today we're giving it the weird, slightly uncomfortable spotlight it deserves. Let's get right into it. Number 8. Your tongue can predict your health. And now, the part where your tongue gets judgmental. Because it doesn't just help you eat nachos and say snarky things, it can also serve as a medical mood ring for your body. Traditional Chinese medicine has used tongue diagnosis for centuries, and modern science is slowly catching up. Turns out, changes in your tongue's color, coating, texture, or shape can reveal surprising things about your health. A pale tongue might suggest anemia. A bright red one could signal a vitamin deficiency. A yellow coating? Possible infection. A white coating? Maybe thrush. And a tongue that looks like it's auditioning for a sandpaper commercial. Dehydration, baby! Doctors have even looked at tongue motion to detect neurological issues like Parkinson's disease. Because when your tongue starts acting weird, it's often because something else is going on. There are apps now, I repeat, apps, that claim to analyze your tongue with AI and predict possible health risks. So yes, we now live in a world where your phone can read your tongue like a palm reader with a dental fetish. It's not a perfect science, but it does prove one thing: your tongue is paying attention to everything, even when you're not. Number 7. Your tongue has its own fingerprint. Quick question: if someone left behind a lick at a crime scene, could forensics track them down? Surprisingly, maybe, because yes, your tongue is unique. Like a fingerprint, its combination of shape, texture, and surface patterns is one of a kind. No two tongues are alike, not even identical twins have matching ones. This is such a real thing that scientists have proposed using tongue prints for biometric identification, because apparently scanning eyeballs and fingerprints wasn't invasive enough. Now we're entering please press your tongue on the scanner territory. The tongue has all the features needed for biometrics. It's protected inside your mouth, so less likely to be damaged. It's rich in texture, and it stays relatively stable over time, unless of course you're frequently licking cheese graters or chewing gravel recreationally. But let's be honest, nobody wants to lick a security pad every time they log into Gmail. It's like airport TSA, but with spit. Still, it's cool to know that your tongue is just yours, a weird, slippery ID card made of muscle and mystery. If it ever ends up in a science museum display, it can proudly say, "I was tonguely irreplaceable. I'll see myself out." Number 6. Tongues can get tired. You ever notice how the first bite of something is amazing, the second is still pretty good, but by the fifth, you're kind of just going through the motions? That's not your brain checking out. That's taste fatigue. Your tongue, that flavor-sniffing, danger-detecting, kokumi-craving miracle muscle, can literally burn out. It's called sensory adaptations, and it means your taste buds temporarily get numbed to certain stimuli after repeated exposure. The more you taste a specific flavor, the less intense it becomes. It's your body's way of not letting you be overwhelmed by the same input. Helpful if you're stuck eating rice for a week. Not so helpful when your favorite dessert turns into cardboard halfway through the bowl. This is also why palate cleansers exist. A sip of water, a bite of lemon, or the occasional judgmental stare from a dinner guest. It resets your taste buds so they stop acting like jaded critics. Even weirder, some foods make other foods taste weird. Ever brushed your teeth and then drank orange juice? Congrats, you've experienced chemical warfare on your tongue. Toothpaste contains sodium lauryl sulfate, a foaming agent that dulls sweet receptors and enhances bitter ones. So orange juice becomes orange rage. Basically, your tongue is moody, it gets tired, it needs breaks, and like a theatre critic who's seen too many shows, sometimes it just stops caring. Number 5. Your tongue has a sixth sense, sort of. No, your tongue can't see dead people, but it can sense things beyond the classic 5 tastes. Say hello to kokumi, the unofficial 6th taste. Kokumi is a Japanese word that roughly translates to mouthfulness or richness, and it describes that deep, savory, satisfying feeling you get from foods like aged cheese, garlic, onions, and slow-cooked stews. Not salty, not sweet, not umami, just more. Scientists have discovered that your tongue has special calcium-sensing receptors that respond to compounds found in these foods, amplifying the overall flavor without having a distinct taste of their own. It's like the MSG of vibes, not flavor, just enhancement. Basically, kokumi is taste's version of Photoshop. It doesn't create new flavors, it makes everything look and taste a little more HD. This is why grandma's soup feels like a warm hug and why low-fat cheese tastes like betrayal. It's not just the ingredients, it's the absence of kokumi compounds. Your tongue knows when you've taken the soul out of a dish, so if you've ever eaten something and thought, this needs something, but couldn't put your finger on it, that was kokumi, floating just out of reach, judging your culinary skills. Number 4, your tongue has a map, and it's a lie. You've probably seen it in school, that little diagram showing your tongue divided into zones. Sweet at the tip, bitter at the back, salty and sour on the sides. Looks cute, right? Just one problem. It's total nonsense. That famous tongue map is one of the most stubborn myths in science education, right up there with we only use 10% of our brains and cracking your knuckles gives you arthritis. It doesn't. Crack away. The truth is, all parts of your tongue can detect all tastes. Sweet, sour, salty, bitter, umami. They've all got receptors spread throughout your tongue like sprinkles on an existential cupcake. The original tongue map came from a bad translation of a 1901 German paper where a researcher measured slight variations in taste sensitivity across different tongue regions. Then, someone turned that into a full-blown color-coded diagram as if we're playing Candyland with our mouths. Science. There are small differences. Textbooks. OMG. The tongue is a patchwork of flavor islands. So yeah, taste doesn't have borders. Your tongue isn't a flavor monopoly board, and your bitter receptors aren't being antisocial hiding in the back. They're everywhere, watching you. The good news? You don't have to angle your sour gummy worm to the side of your mouth like a weirdo anymore. Science says it's fine. Just chew and let the flavor democracy unfold. Number 3. Tongues detect danger faster than you blink. Imagine this, you pop a mysterious berry into your mouth, because apparently you're living in a fairy tale forest now, and within milliseconds, your tongue slaps your brain with a full-blown panic attack. That's not just taste, that's your tongue acting like a full-on biological hazard scanner. Your taste buds are wired to detect bitter, sour, salty, sweet, and umami. But bitterness? That one's special. Bitter flavors are often associated with toxins in nature, so evolution gave that taste a VIP panic button. Bitter compounds trigger a faster, more intense reaction than almost any other taste. You don't even need to swallow. Your tongue knows something's off and sends an alert straight to your disgust reflex. Even babies react this way, making squishy little grimaces when given bitter veggies like broccoli, because apparently their tongues are already screaming, wrong, danger, and if you've ever had something spicy and felt like your soul left your body, that wasn't taste either. That was your tongue interpreting pain. Capsaicin, the thing that makes chili peppers hot, activates pain receptors, not taste buds. Your tongue's like, hey, we're under attack, and your brain, instead of helping, starts sweating and hiccuping like a panicked intern. Basically, your tongue is your first line of defense against poisoning, culinary crimes, and jalapeno regret. Number 2. Taste buds can tell time. You know how some people have an internal clock? Turns out so does your tongue. No, seriously, your taste buds follow a daily rhythm, and depending on the time of day, they might react differently to the same exact food. Morning coffee might taste like heaven. The same cup at night, suddenly it's bitterness in liquid form. That's not your imagination. It's circadian rhythms hijacking your taste perception like a moody DJ. Taste buds have been found to express clock genes. Yes, actual genes that track time. This means your tongue is synced up with your sleep cycle, your light exposure, and possibly your seasonal depression. Even weirder, some researchers think this might explain midnight cravings. Your body could be trying to override your taste rhythms by craving intense flavors when taste sensitivity is low. So when you want salt, sugar, and spice at 1 a.m., that's not you being weak. That's just your tongue being temporarily bad at moderation. Also, let's be honest, 3 a.m. pizza doesn't need to taste good. It just needs to exist. Number 1, tongues can smell. Yes, you read that right. Your tongue, that squishy muscle you use for licking stamps and delivering hot takes, can actually smell things. Kind of. So here's how it works. Your taste buds aren't just taste buds. They've been caught moonlighting with olfactory receptors, aka smell sensors. These were previously thought to only hang out in your nose, but surprise, they're also chilling on your tongue like microscopic traitors. This means when you eat something, you're not just tasting it, your tongue is also partially sniffing it. It's like a two-in-one sensory party happening without your conscious permission. That's why food tastes like cardboard when you have a stuffy nose, because the team isn't working together. But the tongue's olfactory superpowers don't stop there. Some researchers think these receptors help detect toxins or spoiled food before it ever reaches your digestive system. Basically, your tongue's like a nightclub bouncer for your throat. It doesn't care how expensive that cheese is. If it smells even slightly like foot fungus, it's not getting in. So next time you're like, ugh, why does this taste off? Don't blame your brain. Your tongue just sniffed danger and hit the alarm. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.